Didn't take long for me to get back to my beloved little box, did it?
All colonists accounted for.
We all have those titles we fondly remember from our childhood. Games which, for one reason or another, just stuck with us in our memories as we grew up. For me, Defender is one of those games. The GameCube version is a remake of the old school Atari 2600 game, which I own a copy of, and was my first real fly cool ship and kill aliens kind of game. I played a shit ton of this, and revisiting it for a review was a blast, yet I also realized how limited the game is. The story in Defender sees the player assume the role of a rookie pilot in the war against the Manti, an aggressive alien species who has invaded the Milky Way, taken control of Earth, and have locked humanity in a war of stalemate. Starting off with a few training missions in which our species loses control of Mars.
Hey Kyoto, do you copy? We lost Adonia base to a bunch of oversized cockroaches.
Whoops.
Good job, Defender Pilot.
You embark upon a series of ever more difficult missions in an attempt to turn the tide of war, retake Earth, and eliminate the Manti threat.
That should hold off the buggers for a while.
As is obvious by the footage, the gameplay of Defender is an aerial/space shooter with a heavy defensive focus. Humanity is seriously outnumbered after all, with 6 different ships to choose from to deliver sweet, sweet destruction unto the alien scum.
New ship available. Judgment.
Upgrading pilot mission status.
Congratulations, pilot. You've been promoted.
Each one is a bit different, and even though they all control the same, halfway holding down the right shoulder button for thrust, A to fire, the main analog stick to move about, and so on, the individual speed, maneuverability, armor, and weapon loadouts all vary. The Defiance is the best though. It's the perfect balance of all the traits and has the best weapon in the game. I fucking love it. Along with flying around taking down Manti, you also have to worry about saving colonists, who apparently love to go for extremely long walks, bringing them back to safety, allowing them to build much-needed ground units. Missile crawlers provide extremely accurate air support, and tanks completely wreck enemy ground units. A lot of the levels are focused on defending bases, so management of limited forces is a skill you're going to have to get good at. Aiding in base defense are turrets, which, while honestly pretty weak, are a nice little extra shooty thing to have. Missions in the game are preceded by quick briefings, usually brought to you by Gruff Sergeant Guy.
Up an early warning satellite array over Mars so we can make sure we hold it this time.
I forgot his name. Actually, during my playthrough, I realized a general lack of character depth. And the only reason why I bring this up is you can easily see how this fictional universe could so easily be expanded into a Mass Effect level story. A military focus, aliens bent on wiping out all life, the protagonist on the back foot for the most part. There is such a good, in-depth story ready to be told here. What we get though is still a pretty enjoyable, though shallow, cast of characters. Zedokta is my personal favorite, as he's just kind of a sarcastic asshole.
We've lost the dropship. The mission is over. You failed utterly.
During the fast-paced gameplay, you notice how, despite being an early title in the 6th generation, a lot of the areas are wide and open with plenty of Manti filling the battlefield. Now it's clear this game isn't any sort of hardware pusher. The green mist of Manti-infested Earth makes sense tonally, but also kind of serves to hide the average texture work. Of course, since the gameplay is so fast-paced, the developers never really intended anyone to pay too much attention to the textures, not when there's buggers to kill, and the constant smooth frame rate and complete lack of texture pop-in is nice to see. Oh, and the goddamn music! Sounding akin to a faster-paced Metroid Prime, the musical score fits the game perfectly, not just as a whole, but on a level-to-level basis. Sound effects like the thrusters on your ship, the sounds the Manti make, explosions need a bit more audio tweaking, seems like they're clipping a bit here and there.
Turret destroyed.
And the voice acting has just the right amount of cheese.
You can't take down a whole swarm, Colonel. Not even you.
Always knew this was a one-way trip. You're right, pilot. There's something worth defending.
I won't forget you.
While its short length, less than 4 hours easily, is overridden by the sheer replay value here, some of these missions are criminally short. It doesn't even take 5 full minutes for this one, and there's a huge difficulty spike near the end of the game. This one level ends on such a massive Zerg rush that even with the best ship, it's such a Herculean task to keep this one little transport from being destroyed. I'll also say that some of the weapons are near useless. After every mission you gain credits based on your performance, and these credits are used to buy extra ship lives and new weapons, though all you really need is your primary. The others are cool, but are just way too situational to be useful. Honestly, just laser everything. Laser everything.
Vectors on the way, Kyoto. Take out the landers that are towing them, and they'll drop like a sack full of hammers.
Defender is a fun, kinda short, smooth arcade space shooter with sweet techno music, lots of aliens to kill, and impressive level scopes. It's nothing complicated, and while it's so obvious there's massive potential here for a reboot on an epic level, Defender easily earns a 7.3 out of 10.
Warning. Damage critical.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you haven't yet, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the little bell next to it so you'll always be notified whenever I upload new videos. I don't really have a set schedule, honestly. I try to put out a review every 2 weeks, but they kinda just arrive when they're finished. Also, if you would like to help support the channel even more, why not consider becoming a patron on my Patreon? For literally just $1 a month, less than the price of a cheeseburger, you can help support one little panda and their dreams of doing video game related stuff on the internet, because that's such an original idea. Okay, thanks, bye!